Okay. Let's see if I can hear myself, and then we can start getting going again. So this is probably, I'm not quite sure if I can do a video or live stream next week, but I'm trying to do it today the way I can. Currently I'm recovering from COVID, so you can probably hear some of the coughs I'm going to make. Hopefully that is not going to be too annoying. But that's something that we just gotta deal with for now, as I can't really do anything else about it. But I'm getting better. At the moment, so hopefully by Christmas I should be fine and I can enjoy Christmas with the family a bit. But yeah, let's go through the things that we generally do. Go through, and let me get a list here. IWM. So let's get this one here. IWM, I think this is Russell, yeah. IWM, please. Looks like a downtrend has been finished. So that's probably the higher time frame idea. Well, this was something that we talked about on the previous week. There is still ways to go higher, but the issue for me generally, again, this is daily time frame, is that whatever this came down in 3, 3, and then 3, some kind of very three-wave structure here, right? That looks best to me at the moment. We had a very sideways structure here, which generally is not very bullish, and even what makes it less bullish is the fact that all of the new lows that we created were lower than the previous lows, meaning that we can't have a super bullish scenario where this would be a 1 2 1 2 1 2, because again we have created lower lows constantly. Okay, so to me the best or the most reasonable scenario at the moment is the fact that this is bearish. We've had a potential structure of something like this. It could be something like this, or this. I don't really care which one of these peaks is the high. Kind of like this one, but again, yeah, it doesn't really matter. This is the low, or this is the pivot on the downside, the high side, and now we'd be looking for one more high. At this point, again, we did hit one of the main targets, which was 1-to-1 extension. Now, depending on which indice you've been following, this was also somewhere where we took out the previous high, this previous peak, which confirmed one thing, which is that this is not a start of anything. If you treat this as a five-way structure, which it definitely can be, which I liked it to be, if it's the only idea that, sorry, I need to cough a bit. So if it's the only idea that this is the end of something, if this indeed is a five wave, end of something, end of what? Well, we have a structure here that starts in 3 up, 3 down, and potential some kind of 5 here with potential diagonal. That is one of the scenarios. So ABC here, ABC, right? So again, as we retraced only the 786, this was not the expectation. I would have expected this to be a 3-wave down, but definitely looks more like a 5. At that point, again, we would have to think that the first structure here could be as well as a diagonal here. Super ugly, but that's the only way we can be labeling it if we want this to be an ABC. Does it matter? Not really, no. It's already a structure that has been created, and these are the pivots. So again, A, B, and then I'm looking for C. C could be done. However, I'm not quite sure how I can label this to be the end of something. To me, I'm still looking for higher. Like I had labeled this previously. Let's relabel that with the degrees itself. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is probably a sub-minute. And then this is not the easiest structures here. I think we might have, okay, the most bullish is that this is some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5th with an extension, where this would be the 3rd. Then looking for 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So this would be the more bearish scenario. The more bullish scenario would be that we have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Which would mean that we have 1 extra degree of going up still after this one, something like that. But both of these scenarios are still saying that, okay, we are going to be going up. So that's my take on Russell at the moment. Hopefully, Bomber, you're going to be enjoying that. But yeah, that's the current view I got. Locally, a bit more upside until we break down a bit. There are, again, few key areas of interest. All of these highs here are areas of liquidity that is untapped, right? All of these. It could even extend all the way to up here. Who knows? Who knows? But this is an area of interest for me. 3s and 4s here, where we are creating, again, currently we just have one divergence here, where we are creating 3, a bit lower degree, lower high here, another 3 up, divergence, and even possibly one more high here, with that divergence here to create the last. Depending, of course, how and why and stuff like that, you're going to be creating that last legs. But yeah, something like this to be coming up. Areas 2200 to maybe even this high here, 21, 25. But yeah, that's that. On to the next one. Let's do Dow. We're still not at the 1-to-1 extension, which is one of my favorite areas here. Comparing currently the legs here against this one, depending on how you want to be comparing that on Nasdaq, ES, definitely not going to be easy, because this here locally looks that, okay, this definitely has the chance to be start of something new to the downside. This was the dump that we had just yesterday, before the close, basically, an hour or so before the close. But yeah, these are something that I don't really like to go by. I think there was some kind of event. Let me check out which one it was. So it was 20th. There's nothing at the evening. Okay, that's odd. That is odd. Nothing at the evening. Okay. Perhaps then there was nothing. I guess not. Well, if there was something like a news event, I rarely like to trade those, because again, it could be going either way. It generally creates those dump and pump scenarios both ways, taking liquidity. Here we took out liquidity down here, and if this indeed is a start of something new, I would like it to come back probably into here, 37.827, before looking for short opportunities to the lower. And again, that would be something like this here. and well beyond, because what I would be seeking, that this would be the start of something new. Sure, could it be part of something like this? I guess so, yes, but not the best looking thing. Also, when it comes back in here, I don't want this to be taking out the previous highs here. But yeah, that's Dow Jones locally, and on a higher time frame we talked about that 1-to-1 38,854, lining up pretty well with the 1.382. ES diagonal here, and afterwards we had a potential dump, which again at this point it doesn't really fit too well into the idea that this is ABC based on the retracement. Pull that properly as we go beyond the 1.618 extension. I generally use that 1.618 as now this does not have a proper look anymore, right? But what is similar to the Dow is that we took out a previous liquidity and then we started to climb up again, right? But yeah, here I would be seeking probably around here as well, 4807, and looking for shorts. This looks a bit better physical ratio wise, but you could be looking for entries on multiple of these and spread the risk around, because some of them might not even get up in here. Dow, exactly the same thing. We've been talking about this up move here, where we still can have some moments to the upside. This is very large in comparison to this, so that has to be considered as well. Yeah, and yeah, we'll see how this turns. Originally talking about how this here could be the 1-2, but that can not be the case, because again at this point, again you can see that if we are comparing this structure to the next, we see that this is obviously smaller, and if we are comparing it to the let's do it like this, we are comparing the third to the potential fifth, we can see that fifth is already higher or larger. So that means that it can't be either, it can't be a 5-way structure, or that this is not a way 2, and instead we have some kind of 1-2 1-2s here, where we could have 1 2 3 4 5. Right. And yeah, locally, actually this has already hit that area of interest. I did not even have that. I'll probably need to set up some things on the ES and Dow for this hit, because again you can see that tap in very decent, and we got a decent move already to the downside. But yeah, what else do we have? I was looking for long setups a day or two ago. But only one got hit, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'll just use this much. Let's see, what else do you have? Dow. I'll just set a couple things here. There we go. And let's check out Russell as well. He had come back into that area as well. Had a break pocket, I guess, there. But yeah, Russell we already took a look at. And this is one of the only ones where the three-way structure like so is still decent, because we had a divergence here at these lows, which looks very nice as a running flat, right? Because we did not take out the wave A lows here, A, B, and then C. But yeah, that looks good. Good. Check out some of the stocks. Very similar to what we had on indices, where there's potentially 5-wave down. Again, there is a chance that this is a structure like so. I'm not going to be looking into Tesla at the moment. I don't really like the overall structure, but the only thing that I currently see is that I don't really like the idea that this is an ABC anymore. Of course it could be, but then we are dealing with this as the start of something, and that is kind of small, right? I kind of almost like the idea. Don't look at these this wave 4 anymore. It does not really fit. Neither does that anymore, so I'm probably going to be removing that. I think that we ended something down here. However, we have been coming up in 3, and I think that we have something like this here. This whole thing could be a some kind of triangle inside, something like that, where we have this as the A, this is the B, and this as, oops, this is the wrong way around, A, B, and C. There we go. So that would be the triangle inside the B wave, and then C wave down, right? And this can be shut off, and this should be micro. And now that we started a structure with 3-way structure, we got a very sideways structure in the middle. What we're looking for is another one of these, right? To create a larger WXY. So probably a big downwards movement still. The only issue that I have is this, how low that is, this RSI. Otherwise, I don't really have a problem with it. But yeah, that is that. Let's see, what is this? This is 27.37. 26, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like it breaking it. But yeah, something of these sorts I would be looking for. So 3, 3, and 3. And then as this is a 3-way structure going up, well, or if it is, most likely it is going to be, unless this is the start of some kind of diagonal to the upside. We never know. But that is the diagonal possibility to the upside is less probable than just a WXY. So yeah, from July highs, we had a 3. If we have another 3 here, well, we're going to be having, most likely, depending on how high it comes back up to this here. So let's use probably this one and delete some of these. WXY or a ABC. Have I covered BTC yet? No, not yet. I just covered the indices first, then stocks, and then I'm going to be doing crypto. It's going to be taking a bit. But yeah, 3 waves here, 3 waves up, or if this was indeed a correction of high degree and we are starting a diagonal up to the upside, well, this is the area of interest here for sure. But yeah, I kind of like the movement to the upside. I like the idea that we are starting something new. So these again, the only issue that I currently have is how little we actually retraced. I kind of feel that it might be that we had an A wave here and we have already completed this B wave. The bad thing about this is how shallow these are. Yeah, good to see as well. Yeah, how shallow these are. These retracements kind of mean, to me at least, that I can't really go against this low. I kind of have to be playing the shorter time frame locally if I want to do that. If I want to be, because I would basically have to be doing it right now. I might just throw something here as well for a long side. For long, yeah, I could just do that. Because if we take out this low, it's more likely that this is starting a far way to the downside, in which again means that, okay, I definitely don't want to be in it anymore, right? So, yeah, maybe I'll just throw something in here at the moment. Very, very small amount. No, I don't really care about. Against the low here. So something like this here. And if this indeed is that ABC completed, well, the expectations are way higher, so the risk-reward ratio is really good because we are targeting this ABC here into that 1-to-1. 618 here, probably the first TP, or you could even use this as the first TP. Even for that 3.2, that is really good risk-reward ratios. But yeah, that's Tesla for now. Not quite sure what this is, this whole thing. Maybe we had a running flat here and we continue the previous structure where this could be potential 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. At that point again, fifth would be expected to be created either at these highs or now that we have already taken out the highs. Most likely this is just wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think we are too high for me to enter any kind of at least that high time frame. Baba had some kind of spike here, which could be the start of something new. I might even want to get off of my Alibaba trade. But yeah, that's that. Jimmy, not really something I care. Netflix took out the high here. I was looking for this as a potential structure coming down and then continuation here. It did not do that. I'm kind of glad I missed the trade completely. This was again the open on Monday, which just went straight up. Lucky, I guess. I can't remember this. VA. Probably the reason I did not look to enter this is this how high or how fast we got up, because it generally when you want to be seeing that, if you think that this is an impulse, you don't want to be seeing this much of an impulse structure going even further as an angle compared to the here. You don't want this angle to be higher than this because it just shows you the momentum is to the upside here. And this looks super bullish here. Coinbase, not really interested. Apple. It's coming down a bit. I mean, we could be having some kind of 3, 3, 3. Not quite sure. Amazon. Similar to what we could have had on Tesla, ABC potential for a continuation up. There's a chance. For anything else, I don't care. Yeah, impulse to the downside as well. but can't really say that it's the start of something. We do have that divergence already in play. Yeah, that divergence in play. So there is a chance that we have a truncated flat because we did not take out the high, so it can't be a expanded flat nor a running flat. A truncation is generally not something that you seek. Sorry, I'm just already starting to lose my voice. And we've been going live for 20 minutes. Okay, it's cool. Let's see how far we can get. Maybe I'll just dance through these quite fast, what I see. If I see anything. Real estate, three-way structure coming down. If you've been looking into the markets of real estate, at least here in Finland, it's starting to be kind of interesting, to me at least, for a investment apartment. Euribor, which is the how do I even tell this in English? I don't even know. Like the margins, the how much you can take a loan against. Euribor 12 months is coming down, which is good, as inflation has not been as bad as it seemed to be earlier, and that is giving a lot of freedom, I guess, for at least Finland for now. And this is the thing I want to be using to get another apartment for myself as an investment, which is something new to me. Even though I own my current apartment, I'm looking to create more real estate, or get more real estate, I guess. So I'm kind of new in that investment space. But yeah, random ramble. Bitcoin. So I think this is the only interesting area at the moment. Actually, let's take a look at the macro, because we were talking about, or some people were talking about interesting things on the Discord. Let's get rid of some of these. Let's get rid of so much stuff here. Wasn't even that, not anymore. There we go. Watch out, this is Binance. So yeah, my main is still the idea that we have an ABC of some sort here. At the moment, we are still within this ABC area, 1.236 to 1.382. If it goes towards the 50k, then it's 1.618, which is more bullish. If we start to break through the areas here, of course, then we have another area of resistance, and another one, and then another one, and then we are free to go. But it's never free to go, right? Just previous resistance was, I guess. Some kind of 1-2s here. What I like this is that we already have divergence here. If this indeed is some kind of 1-2, 1-2, we could have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have another potential here. Like so. Where we could be in a wave 4 of this fifth. Where this could be 1, 2, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wave 4 was very fast. Sorry, I need to cough a bit. So very fast wave 4 here, in comparison to this one that we've been in. So it might be a thing where we could be actually moving this wave 4 into somewhere in here and have this whole thing labeled a bit differently. Maybe we already started from here as a 1-2. I hate the fact how this looks more like a 3 at the start, but it's just something that I can't change. I need to grab some water. Give me just a minute. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, we could have another 1-2 here, where again high degrees goes left, and this would be a bit better looking. We still do have the divergences, third of some third. I think these are the thirds or something, but I think we are going to be taking out the high at least once. Not sure of this structure, as this whole thing looked more like a 3. Can it be labeled in 3? This is kind of scuffed how it went down, but I wouldn't to be surprised if we do something like that. The issue with this one that I don't like is that this went beyond the 1-to-1 extension. Meaning that generally we should be looking at an expanding diagonal, which is again more rare, which makes it less probable, right? Here we also did not get to the 1-to-1 extension, which would have been basically sweeping the SFPs, basically these highs. But yeah, this can be labeled definitely something into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or just a ABC or WXY, sorry. And yeah, this should be actually here. I kind of hate how this looks as well. It's so extended, if this indeed is a 5 wave. Here on big contrast it does look like it. Definitely has the chance. And then look for that 5 wave here. Hopefully it takes out this high here. If it doesn't, and it still creates this kind of pattern, comes down, probably have to be looking for long setups here. Something like this, or more preferably taking out the previous high here, looking for pullback against the low here. Because if we don't take out the high, we don't want to be seeing a truncation generally. And well, that is actually the high, because this would be a expanded flat. But we don't want to be seeing a truncation at all. If we don't take out these highs, then we basically do something like just beyond this previous high here, and we come down here, then this whole thing could be a wave 1 of that fifth, right? If we are comparing, let's compare actually, maybe compare this actually here. It is already decent size in comparison to the first structure here. 1-to-1 has been reached. It's just taking time, because if it is indeed that diagonal. If it's not a diagonal and we had a 3 here, this is a 3 end of that whole thing, we'd be getting another 3 wave here, or a 5 wave potentially, as we retraced enough. So yeah, but yeah, 5-way to the downside. It doesn't really look like it is very impulsive to the downside at the moment, I don't think. This to me looks more like a 3, which is why I'm more towards the bearish locally, something like this. So it's more corrective to these areas. But yeah, definitely gonna have to take a look at what kind of structure it makes before doing anything. But that's Bitcoin. ETH. Oh, I'm losing my voice soon. Oh shit. ETH already has this diagonal. Like we had on multiple other altcoins, we had this potential 5-way structure here as the start of something. Higher lows on all of these, which again allows us to have that more impulsive structure. So we could definitely moon on some of the altcoins. Let's see some of these favorites that we have. DOT actually already took off. This was that what we have on some altcoins. BNB took off. AVAX, let's see that. It's kinda moon. Doge really not doing anything here, which is weird. Phantom ADA. Ooh, cake. That was fast. XRP not doing much like the other ones. This was basically the same that we have on some other altcoins as well. Let's see, I had some else here as well. We had this possibility on XEM. Doesn't look too good anymore. Not trading that. Take that off the list. Similar to XLM as well. SNX, very similar. ABNB, what did I have here? QNT. This was the trade setup I had on Trend Capital. This is very super annoying. Was this? This was my entry here. What was going to be something 734, and we came up to like 780 something here. So it never got me in on this trade, and then just moved to that 1-to-1 target. I had one, which was, let's see, was it Phil? Let's see. Where do I have it? This one, of course, was the one that I did not post. I had this basically. We tapped into it, got up to the target basically. Again, it's kind of what I liked about this was how we came down in 3 here, 1.236. We had a sideways correction here. We had a very decent looking 5-wave here or in here, doesn't really matter. One of the peaks. Then we had a structure that took off previous structure, and then we came back to an area of interest here. At this point it was a 618. That was also where we had a potential area of this wave 1 here. So that's why that was the area of interest for me for that long setup. Here, this does not look very 5-wave-ish to me. It could be that we have a structure coming down like this. And if that is the case, some of the worst performing altcoins are going to be breaking this low. And we do something like that. Here, we still can have like that. And then not take out the high. And take out the low. And we still can start another move up. Some of the commodities, silver and gold were the ones that I was expecting to do something. We never got even to the 38.2 on silver. There's still a chance we do this. I still have that alert. Hopefully that comes down, because this looks very impulsive to the upside. Gold, exactly the same thing. We did come down in 3 though, already on gold. And this, I think it came down to the 38.2, yeah. This does not look like very impulsive, so I'm still thinking that we could have 3, 3, 5, and then we have something like that, ABC up. And this would be the area of interest here. I don't have an alert on this. Actually, I have it on a different chart, but yeah, I have an alert below this low here. Nat gas. It's always hard to chart nat gas, to be honest. I'll just skip it for now. If it provides some setup later, then we can talk about it. There is a higher time frame one, but not really my favorite. Check out DXY actually. Haven't seen that for a bit. It's something that I don't really like to trade anymore, because we've had so many of these impulsive looking structures. And then a 3-way structure that actually take out the low. Just doesn't really like play with Elliott wave rules. But yeah, higher idea is still that we are looking for a pattern like for this, which allows everything to rally. So A, B, C here, and then we're looking for this kind of structure to the downside. We'll see if that ever happens. It might not. We're getting some divergences here at the moment, but maybe this is a 5-wave here already. 3-way back, and then this would be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Yeah, that's that. Check out the government bonds. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Now it's coming down so much. Is there a Euribor chart nowadays on 12 month? They still haven't added this. It's so annoying. Like it would be really nice to see. Oh, what the hell? This should be the inverse one as well. Yeah, this does not really provide anything other than that. Okay, we've had a 3 wave. And the length of this is very small. 2010s, yeah. 2021 highs, everything bubble, boom. Yeah, not looking too hot. We can always do this. I wouldn't mind back to here. The altcoin markets, let's check out this. So yeah, and pretty much what we were seeking here. This 3-way structure in here in the middle, or even in here. So expecting it to come already down a bit, but it's still pumping. Most of the altcoins, this definitely can extend way further. A, B, and C, already very extended though. But in comparison where we were, see this one, we have not retraced anything. So in comparison to this, 286 billion to 477, 66%. So yeah, that's quite a lot, but to get back to where we were in the trillions, in 1 trillion, 1.1 trillion, 300% needs to be done. I'm not sure if we are ready, because this definitely has the chance of being 5. And if this is indeed 5, we are creating 3 wave and then going to log scale, and then we are doing another one of these to the downside, wherever it's here or here, it doesn't really matter. Some of these support areas are going to be important ones. Somewhere from 176 to 75, and those are the areas, in my opinion, that are going to be the ones that are going to make the whole industry again. The issue with Total 3 here is it's a bit different than Bitcoin, because on Bitcoin we did not take out this low here, December 2018 low. Otherwise we could say that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, but nope, not in this scenario. DAX still has the possibility of being in wave 4 sideways motion. We'll see how that turns out though. But yeah, I think my voice is starting to go, and we basically went through all that I wanted. I think so. And yeah, that's going to do it. If you're interested in learning something, check out the Udemy course, Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course. There's more of the intermediary and more advanced Elliott Wave stuff with strategies and such. If you're completely new to Elliott Wave, I would recommend the Patreon course. That's $10 a month or something. You have easily time to look through that before, if you are interested in buying this. And if you're interested in signals, countertrendcapital.com. All links to that is in the description as well. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to each one of you. See ya. Bye-bye.